Hi, this is my audience. This is Emily Sims, Trevor Sims, and Becca Sims. They are my roommates. And I am Alan Reeder, and this is the I Believe speech. Feral hogs are causing an estimated of $10 to $20 million a year of damage to farmland, nature preserves, and urban areas. South Carolina Department of Natural Resources estimates populations in the southern and most affected states of populations of 100,000 to 1 million feral hogs. These populations are exponentially growing and will affect even the most urban of areas soon. The normal U.S. citizen is afraid of having opossums, raccoons, or coyotes in their trash. Imagine their terror of a 250-pound wild hog rooting through their trash in the middle of a suburb neighborhood. What would you do about it? What could you do? I've actually been to South Carolina a few times. I have family down there, so I've been down there every Thanksgiving year for the past 8 years, and I've personally been chased up trees and hunted these hogs, and they're incredibly aggressive and very, very dangerous. I believe the feral hogs should be managed through hunting practices through donation base. These donations can go toward feeding homeless and orphanages. In South Carolina, there is a program where hunters can donate the excess wild hogs that they shoot to a butcher, and it will be then redirected to a homeless shelter or an orphanage in the close area. I'd also like to go over a few things about how much the population explosion is damaging us, how much damage and what kind of damage they do, and what the hogs can be used for. Talk about the population. When I say that they grow exponentially, a regular sow can have up to 2 litters of 6 to 13 piglets at one time. So if you think of 100,000 sows having 6 to 7 piglets per year, or just per litter, and then having 2 litters of that per year, that's an incredible amount of growth. To fulfill a lot of the shortages in funds for these orphanages and homeless shelters, I believe that these feral hogs should be donated, and it would fill a big gap for the funding and feeding these underprivileged people. Wild hog is a great lean protein source. It's also free range because it's wild. There are no GMOs, antibiotics, or anything like that. So it could be seen as a very sustainable resource and could be used as an education source. And I believe with these programs, we would be killing 2 problems with 1 stone. We'd be killing the population explosion problem and malnutrition and hunger in our world. As I said, that the wild hog population is exploding. We have estimated numbers of millions in just the greater affected state, and their range is growing by the year. We could fill these great funding gaps for the homeless shelters and the orphanages by using a donation base. It would be a great outlet for hunters and butchers to get tax write-offs also, and that protein source for and malnourished in the country, because hunger is still a problem and we should address it. So, with that being said, I believe and strongly believe that wild hogs should be used for a food source and as a sustainable resource to feed the hungry that we still have. And when I say what's for dinner, everyone should say wild pork chops for all.
Yay, great topic, great topic.
That was my audience.